Yes, people, look, it's a bit of a madness. I don't know what happened over there, but joined by Josh. Deji can't make it at this moment of time. Monster's going to be here. Traps is going to be in 5-10 minutes. You know, we've got Specs coming. So don't worry. We're going to absolutely get onto somebody. So don't you worry about that. But before you do that, you know, big up Josh for jumping in. You know, someone that's actually on time. You know, someone's actually on time. Someone actually wants to talk about football. You know, Deji bottling it, just like his football club today. You know, Newcastle, oh my word. You know what? We're going to talk about Villa first, by the way. We're going to get Josh's perspective because you know what? There was a smug face, you know, in Specs who's going to be here. Well, he said he was going to be in a few minutes. So don't go anywhere. You know, Deji is somewhere shaking his bum violently. Yes, you're correct there, Tarek. And we're not going to get his excuse, but we got tomorrow anyways in the morning, or should I say afternoon at 12 before all the games. We've got a mad live, rivals, everyone's there, Jaws, no one's running away, you know. But with Luton Town, Newcastle, I cannot wait to talk about that. And I swear that when Traps gets on, I'm pretty sure he has something to say as well, right? But yeah, man, look, everyone will be here at some point within the next 5 or 10 minutes, so be patient on that one. But we have got me and myself and Josh, you know what, in theory, you know what, Specs can be here in spirit. So until he jumps in, that's his picture, because that's what we're doing. We're smoking on Deji's pack. Yeah, pause. But yeah, man, look, Josh, man, let's start with Aston Villa. Because obviously I know you don't have long as well. I know it's a Saturday. Most people can't. Well, everyone's got to go out. I've got to go out. So, you know, Aston Villa, you're on smoke, man. If we talk about you boys for about 5-10 minutes, you lot were on smoke, man. You know, it was the whole scenario. I know it's only Sheffield United, as some say. But it was only the commentators that are big in the you know, shoring up the defense. And before you know it, Watkins absolutely boomed my FPL, man. That was easy. I can't lie, that was easy. That was super easy. I don't know what you was thinking while she was watching it, but I was telling you, I swear down, I'm not supporting this Villas thing unless Watkins gets me minimum 3 GA, and he gets that in 20-25 minutes.
Smoked it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, look, you got to turn up week in, week out. And with Villa, you know, people, I see it, and there's so many people who want us just to crumble away, mate. There's so many people. And I'll be honest, there were Villa fans today who were nervous about this. Like, think about that mindset. We got nervous going to Sheffield United away because of what that Newcastle result did. But look, we're not going to fold away. I think today just reminds me of what Unai Emery done. He tweaked the system, he changed the lineup. It was back to reminding me of why Unai Emery is elite and why he's up there as a top manager. And, you know, I always say this, is that when you see a manager respond the next game and make changes, big changes, he cut out 2 of the big personnel. He got rid of Moussa Diaby, got rid of Matty Cash, and he said, right, I'm doing this today. Put Yuri Tielemans centre, which, to be fair, people forget, Yuri Tielemans on a free agent, right, was an absolute steal. And I'll still stay by this. Yuri Tielemans on a free. We're finding his role for him now, behind Ollie Watkins. And him, Bailey, Watkins, unbelievable. But we've got to talk about Dougie Luiz. And I don't know if anyone caught his assist for the Watkins goal.
Which one? Oh my word! I think you're talking about the third goal, isn't it?
Yeah, the outside of the foot, mate. Dumb. That's a joke. It
was a bit like Bruno Gomes' goal today. Assist today as well, outside the foot. To I think he was at the full. I think it was Trippier. I think it might be Trippier at the back post.
Yeah,
it was dumb. It was so dumb. But yeah, man,
mate. Yeah,
you boys were on fire. I think all the goals were good as well. That's the maddest part. Tielemans rocket, mate. Like, honestly, off the bar. You know, you see Watkins goal just slide on the left hand side. You know, even Watkins, the way, you know, even for your first goal, I know it wasn't technically a Watkins assist registered by the Premier League, but it's just the position he got in. And then before you know it, Leon Bailey's just on smoke, innit? Like, that was the walk in the park, mate. You know what? We've been disrespecting Luton too much this year, yeah, saying, what are they doing in the league? What's Sheffield doing in the league? They're garbage, man. I'm not saying that you're not nothing good. Obviously, but they're embarrassing. They've held 5, they've held 8 by Newcastle. They've held a lot of goals, man. And you know what? That's a perfect way, since you're playing us boys next week, and you know you're gonna lose that one. But It is what it is. Top 4 race is back on people.
Yeah. I mean, listen, with Sheffield United, they tried to carbon copy Newcastle. They literally watched Newcastle. Newcastle pressed us like crazy on the front foot, and it worked. Sheffield United tried to do it, and it was just a B-Tech version of it. It was a shambles, and they left so much space in behind that we absolutely killed them. When you can give Dougie Luiz this kind of space, and there'll be a reason again, Cass, this summer why Dougie Luiz is going to be in so many of these transfer rumours. Right, because he's genuinely, for me, one of the most creative players, and I still stand by this now. If Dougie Luiz was to sign for Arsenal, which I don't ever want him to, right, Dougie Luiz would be Arsenal, Tottenham's best centre midfielder. And I'm putting that out there. James Maddison, I don't know if you want to class him in that role as well, but I'm going to throw that right out there to the chat. Dougie Luiz walks, breezes into that Arsenal, that Spurs side, that Chelsea.
Whoa, wait, Douglas Luiz. Wait, whoa. I need the chat to answer this for me as well. Yeah, by the way, before everyone jumps in. So you're saying when you say central midfield, you're not talking about defensive midfield or attacking midfielders. You're talking literally central, right? Let's get some context in this because I'm gonna clip this. I'm clipping this
because I'm going Kamara, and someone put in the chat, Kamara makes Luiz better. I completely 100% think that he does. Kamara sits, Dougie Luiz just goes on. He picks that ball up on the half-turn. Bosh. I'm telling you now, man, he walks. I really, really do feel like he is coming up there as an underrated. People are taking notice. He's up there, mate. You're telling me, right, this Thomas Partey rubbish, right? This, for me, better than him. Better than Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo. Better than Bentancur. Better than this is a Spurs midfield. I can't even think of like centre mids. That's where they are.
So
Basuma better than them.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Mate, these Brazilian boys, Bruno Guimaraes and Dougie Luiz, do not get the respect. Mate, I'm telling you.
Why are you letting him smile? He just drew. We're just talking about the Villa game, right? See that smug look on your face? Why are you not rubbing your hands today, G? Yeah, that's what I thought. We'll speak to you soon. We're going to talk about the Aston Villa game before we talk about Tottenham and Newcastle. And the other troops will be coming soon. The reinforcements in traps and also Mons. They will be coming in. And you know what's going to happen there. But yeah, talking on that. So you're telling me Douglas Luiz is better than Declan Rice?
Do they do the same role? Like, mate, Declan Rice and Douglas Luiz in the midfield, finally... He'd be
perfect. He'd be perfect for Arsenal. I think if you're talking central mid or defensive midfield next to Declan Rice and the Odegaard midfield, I would agree. Like, I think that would be balanced. But to say that he'd be their best midfielder, and Spurs has been best midfielder, which is debatable in my eyes, don't you think you're getting a bit too big for your boots?
I think his numbers have done the talking for him this year. I think his numbers have done the talking. Well, that is also true, but his assists, what he adds as well from set pieces is different level. All right, yeah, maybe best is. I could retract that statement as such, but what I'm trying to say then is that the respect on Douglas or Luiz, there's a reason why he gets linked to these clubs like Arsenal in these transfer windows, and why he's probably this missing piece that Arsenal could need. And I'm seeing it week in, week out of why he is our best player. So Ollie Watkins and Leon Bailey for me are the golden boys in the top end of the pitch. But what makes this Villa team tick is when Dougie Luiz is on the front foot playing. Newcastle destroyed him midweek. They snuffled him out. Didn't give him time to breathe. Their midfield overran us. But when Dougie in the big games has time and space, mate, he's different level. And at the end of the day, Sheffield United are one of the worst teams I've seen. What breaks me is that we bloody drew 0-0 of them at home. We actually drew 0-0 with that Sheffield United team at home, which I still cannot get more. Not 0-0, 1-1. There's a late goal as well to win it to draw with Zaniolo. But mate, at the end of the day, it's pointless. It's pointless them competing for the rest of the season because they are literally bending over for every team to go get 3 points and improve your goal difference. And that's where we were looking at. We're chasing Arsenal. On goal difference. And I was looking at today going, do you know what? We only needed 4 more goals to claw it back today when we were 5-0 up. And that's the sort of mindset we were having. The ground emptied at 4-0. You ever seen that in a Premier League game at home time? Like 3/4 of the stadium got up and left.
Yeah, I saw, no, I wasn't even half time. I saw after that second, after the second or third goal went in, they started leaving. They've had enough. They literally had
And they've
enough.
already changed the manager. They've already changed the manager, and they've gone signings, and that's how the fans are acting. And do you not think that's a bit of an over exaggeration from these fans, or do you think they got a right to do that? Like, what do you guys think? Sheffield United fans walking out 3 or 4-0. I think that's crazy. Do you know what I mean? Is
I
that
think it's a bit
disrespectful?
crazy. Maybe, I don't know. I think it's. I would do the same if I was in their position. It's not like they haven't seen it before. You know, it's funny, man. Like Specs. Obviously, I'll let you have your 2 pence. You just beat Aston Villa. Big up Chats, by the way. We'll be talking about Newcastle in very due time, in very, very short time. We're just quickly just wrapping on the Villa talk. You know, they bounced back. They're showing Newcastle how to do it properly. You know, you bounce back and then you went and basically you got shot, mate. You know, I heard you had a legendary watch along stream as well. Is that true?
So it always is with Newcastle. Apparently, I've got clipped on one of them, all those fan reaction videos, whatever. Yeah, it's rather stressed, bro. What, we're getting into it now, or what were you saying? You just touching on it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I'm just gonna say kudos to Aston Villa. You know, they in the mix. They're level points with Arsenal. Arsenal's got a game in hand. They're in the mix. You know, top 4. They're setting quite early in February at this moment of time. They got Man United next week, which could bridge an even further gap. And yeah, man, big up to them. But yeah, why not talk about Newcastle real quick, man? Yeah, because you know what? It's going to take up most of the show. You know, I've only got about 35 minutes. Specs, where is your smug look now, my G? Because you know what? It lasted 1 game. I saw you smile for the first time in months. And you got absolutely bent over by Luton Town. You got bent over. Like, literally, they were dogging you. Big up for the comeback, by the way, because you nearly won the game.
Bro, now this. You're over glamorizing it, bro.
You conceded 4 to Luton Town at your own gaff. That's a madness.
That is poor. That is unacceptable. It was literally a bipolar session, and that's no like giving respect to people that actually suffer from bipolar. But that's the emotions I was going through. 1 minute we're happy, next minute it's low. They score, then we score. Look, man. Even when we was 1-0 up, early goal, beautiful goal. Big up to Luiz, by the way. He's a serious guy, and big up to him getting his contract. But as comfortable as we looked, it's like the whole game for me, the narrative was self-inflicted. That's all it was. Whatever happened today was on Newcastle. Yes, credit to Luton because they took the opportunities. Do you get what I'm saying? And at one point we started really putting in it, and it was 3-2 up. We lost ourselves. So the only positive I can say is that we didn't do full bottle. We came back. But I could be here all day. There's so many things. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, I've got time. Don't worry. Go on.
All right.
Pick your poison.
I don't know where to start. Okay, let's start with the midfield. A lot of the times it was like there was no pressure put on us. It's just us literally relaxed, giving away silly balls, being almost sleeping, almost too relaxed. Luton are buzzing. They just beat Brighton 4-0. They scored 8 goals in 2 games. Yes, we're at home. And I said, if you stop the self-infliction, we'll cruise past it. We'll cruise this game eventually. But it weren't to be. Now, during my live watch along, it was getting mad. Everyone's like Eddie Howe out. And some people are arguing back. It was getting a bit heated. I'm never Eddie Howe out. But it's the same shit. I'm starting to believe the narrative if he's generally. I heard some Bournemouth fans gave us the heads up that he does potentially have favoritism. Powers, almost a Southgate thing. Because I'm thinking, everyone's like, at the beginning of the stream, they're like, why is Tina not starting? Why is Burns starting again? But also what happened at Aston Villa, just got away with it. You know what I'm saying? If Bailey was on for most of the game, it could have been a different thing. I don't know. He starts this game. This is the worst cooking I've seen. It's not Dan Burns' fault. It's Eddie Howe. I have to question him.
Eddie Doubt.
Bro, I'm not saying Eddie Howe out, but seriously, if I see Dan Burns start at left back again, and I've been protecting him, but I can't no more. And I'm nearly can't protect Eddie Howe no more. Quite frankly, he's taking the piss. Do you get what I'm saying?
All right,
3-1 away at Villa, and then
I can't lie, Specs though. You said a couple words at the start which I have to disagree with. You said as comfortable as you look. You did not look comfortable all game. What are we doing?
Oh, did you watch the whole game, bro? Don't be silly.
You know what the maddest thing
Don't be
is?
silly, bro.
I swear down, I watched the whole game. You had a period where you was onto them and it broke on you decent, but you didn't comfortable in your own end. You don't concede 4 goals and
The only thing that wasn't comfortable is what every manager's doing now. Before they give out their team talk, the first thing they say is, Dan Burns is starting, keep aiming for that side. Yeah. That's the only thing that was a downfall for me. And I said, oh, geez, I knew it was coming. Everyone's like, get Dan Burns off from the first minute. I said, nah, give him the benefit of the doubt. He'll find himself. Today, that winger, oh my gosh, for the first time, no one actually had to use acceleration or pace to get past Burns. It was literally jogging past him, almost walking. It was shocking. It got to the point where the player was having the ball, stopped, literally just pushed it in front of him and went past him. That was the only thing for me that was dodge. Other than that, I thought we were cool. But we kept on giving sloppy balls away. Botman gives away a cheap and free kick. Defending that set play was awful. Like no one's there. The fault for Longstaff, yeah, he got his 2 goals. Longstaff, Gordon, no man's land. And then you saw the rest. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like I was, it's literally a bipolar effect.
I can't lie, yeah. I'm so glad we're doing this. Not only did they try to give you 10 minutes and extra time, which you didn't deserve anyways, because I don't know where that came from.
How do I?
You said comfortable, and we love a stat around it, don't we, lads? So we're gonna go for some stats that I saw.
You like a stat?
No, I just wanted to do it to back up some points here, because you know what? I thought my eyes were, I've like, it's like specs. It's like, is he seeing a different game to me? Because I saw a different first half. In the first half, they had more XG than you. They had more possession than you by 2%. They had more goal attempts than you. And they completed more passes than you as well by a good 18. Yeah, man. And they actually had more attacks than you and more dangerous attacks than you. And clearances, actually, they cleared their lines more than you. So you weren't comfortable.
That's not always add up, bro. Like,
I saw. I'm not even trying to even.
Yeah. No, okay. Most of their goals, all their goals came from self-infliction.
It looked like you.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Everything one of them.
It looked like you found your level.
No, bro. It's self-infliction. People want to blame Eddie. You can blame him, yes, but the players got to take accountability as well. Like there's just no need for it. And I said when it was 2-2, I was shouting out the stream, walking up and down. I said, "This is another Nottingham Forest." And
why did Anthony Gordon come off?
Apparently, he had a niggle. Apparently.
Yeah, you know what? Because Harvey Barnes came. I didn't even realize he came back, and then I see someone score. I'm like, wait, who's that? Is that Lewis Miley? No, it's Harvey Barnes.
Barnes been an impact. He's been out since the 8-0 away win at Sheffield United, which was a long time ago.
Someone in common.
Anyway,
yeah,
that was a long time ago. But Barnes is back. He made his impact. That was the one positive from the truth from Eddie Howe. I don't like the fact of the whole thing. Every time something goes wrong, that's when he decides to bring on players. By the time he brings on Tino, it's too late. And the Burns thing, some people are moaning. Some of my fellow 1 or 2 Newcastle fans were like, that was a bit harsh from the ref or Dan Burns penalty. For me, I say it's a penalty from the get-go. Look, he knows players are faster than him. Usually he does the right thing, let them go. He was holding the player's shoulders, pulling him back, and he still carried it on in the box. Didn't even go to the monitor. That pissed me off. And then after that, he still kept Dan Burns on. From that moment, I'm taking him off. He's already getting cooked. That happened. So, and then by the time you bring on Tino Livramento, it should have been game done. When it was 4-2, I said, nah, our head's gone. There's no way. But that's the main positive of the whole performance was the fact that we didn't go full bottle. We actually fought back. And that's the only positive I can really take. But other than that,
you've done your best Tottenham impression. It's all right.
I'm pissed off anyway. That's all, bro. Like I'm it's getting stressful doing these live watch-alongs. Like the Aston Villa one was great. You know what I'm saying? Like to beat Aston Villa, we had the momentum. You can see we had the momentum. But so did Luton, but we had the momentum. We're at home. I'm sorry. It's all self-inflicted. Shouldn't be doing it. I don't know, man. I don't know where I go from here. I just don't know.
I think there's got to be a bit of credit though to Luton. I think people like trash talk Luton at the start of the season. A lot of people looked at them and were like Tim Pot 20th. That was how people had it. Like the job that Rob Edwards is doing and that Luton team. Ross Barkley is hitting form like big time at the moment.
Other than giving the ball away for where Harvey Barnes scored that goal, yeah, he was doing a madness.
But he's coming to a bit of consistency, injury free, and all of a sudden this Luton team believe. And people said the only way Luton are going to get points this season is at home at Kenilworth Road. They're now turning up on the road, and I think that some people put it in the comments that actually Luton aren't. They're not mugs anymore. They're not like that given free. Like, I feel like Sheffield United genuinely on this day now are 3 points, home or away. I don't even think Burnley can be in that bracket as well. I genuinely believe Burnley and Sheffield United. I touched wood. I think we've played them both now, so we've got that done. But you should. I feel like that's 3 points. You go there, you get the result, home or away. I think Luton's a different kettle, and I think it's credit to them that they can go to Newcastle. I know Spectre saying self-inflicted, and it's probably the most frustrating thing when you see that. But I think Luton executing their game plan away from home like that and scoring 4 goals, it takes some character to do that. And do you know what? If they stay up, I think it's one of the greatest achievements they do, and I think it's just important sometimes to go, yeah, Newcastle. It's the inconsistency must break your heart, and you're saying about the Eddie Howe team selections. But I just want to put light on the fact that I think Luton needs some credit where credit's due. I think that's massive as well.
This is cute, Traps. This is very cute, isn't it? Because last time I checked, Newcastle got put on a pedestal, and I tried to back them, even when I had an agenda against them, right? When I wasn't so fully sold on them, basically. So I was just thinking along them lines, right? And now now we're seeing like Eddie Howe, like, bar that Villa game. Last time they won in the league was 16th of December against the Fulham side, where they actually played very well, to be fair, despite the red card. Now they've got a few decent fixtures coming up for them, but they have got hard opposition. Your West Hams, your Arsenals, your Palace aways. When do we start calling the line? Because if this is that pedestal that Newcastle fans got put on, to be fair, when do we start questioning Eddie Howe? Because last time I checked, every other manager gets scrutiny, and they want to play with the big boys. Aston Villa taking that chunk right there. When do we start talking about them properly then?
But who's been putting Eddie Howe on that pedestal? Were the Newcastle fans or the neutral fans?
No, the media, the fans, the rivals.
That's them though, bro. Not majority of us, bro.
You man got forced in a rivalry with Man United last year. What are we doing?
Look, man. But
no.
Come on, bro. Where's Man? Apart from in the cup, we wasn't far off. Of course, we have a little bit of rivalry. Come on, bro, man. We pushed above our weight. We all know that last season.
The only thing I'll give you saving grace, is the injuries. Yeah, that's the only saving grace. But
there you go, bro. But we pushed above our weight anyway. So that's your expectation.
I'm not being funny, but you said it yourself, G. Like, I'm gonna let Specs and Monts get their 2 pence in. Josh, if you need to dip, by the way, in a bit. Big up, Josh. Yeah, if we need to get some 2 pence in there, like you said it yourself, man. Look, you got your Harvey Barnes back. You don't have Joe Linton. That's credit. This is Luton Town. You're at home, right? You talked about Eddie Howe's stubbornness to play favourites. You talked about some of his transfers before as well. You talked about, your start, like sometimes the way you approach games. You say everything under the bus. It's like hearing an Arsenal fan protect Arteta sometimes. That's where it's getting to. I don't know what kind of fan you want to be.
No, Eddie Howe gets questioned by the fans. Don't get it twisted, bro. Some say out, some just question. I'm not out. I just question certain things. And it is frustrating. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get to that point. It's just frustrating.
Like, so I don't see, you know what's mad? I don't see 9 in the chat today. I don't see Geordie's a 2 in the chat today. I don't see none of the Newcastle fans that we typically see. Traps, what do you think about Newcastle, man?
What do I think?
Belt to ass.
It's time, fam. It's time. It's time to see the return of the special one, blood. It's time to see that. Yeah, I don't care. You Newcastle fans, right? You want to sit there and go on like Eddie Howe should be doing this or Eddie Howe should be doing it. This is Eddie Howe's level. He's reached his peak now. It is time for you to move on from that. Yeah, it's time for you to say, you know what? I don't want to see Dan Burn. You don't want to see Dan Burn no more, do you? Dan Burn was lit 6 months ago. Now you don't want to see Dan Burn no more. Yeah, you know what I mean? So this is what you do. Yeah, you sack him off and you get the special one in. Yeah, because Luton coming to St. James's Park with the belt out. Yeah, and putting it to the ass. Yeah. Yeah,
was it?
It's not on. And the only good thing that's come out of that, is that yesterday, big up Marcel. Marcel tried to say we scored 8 goals. Man United scored 8 goals in the last 2 games. So have Luton. So that's the only good thing that's come out of this. Other than that, you man need to seriously start reconsidering who you are backing here. You're backing Eddie Howe to do what? You're out the Champions League, yeah, and you're out the Champions League. You're fighting for top 4, yeah. And the basics are, I want my manager gone for the same shit. So realistically, Eddie Howe ain't getting no. He's been at the same time. They've been to the same final, lost it, whatever. I'm not having Eddie Howe gets the same treatment. Get out of Newcastle. Get Mourinho in. I want to see something. It's an experiment.
I want to see Mourinho. Why does Eddie Howe get the same treatment? Why?
What, as Ten Hag?
Oh, really? Yeah. Why?
Because their management roles have been pretty similar. Let's be honest. They've been pretty similar.
Don't be silly, bro.
Why not?
When Eddie Howe, bro, Jesus Christ.
Go on.
When Eddie Howe took over, where were Newcastle, my guy? What kind of club were we?
Relegation.
19th. Actually, probably 25 at the time. When Ten Hag took over Man United, bro, it wasn't the same thing, bro. You can't say it's similar.
It wasn't the same thing.
It ain't the same thing.
Listen, when he took over, Man United were in the mud. Maybe not the Newcastle mud, but the mud.
Nowhere near
Man
it.
United mud. You
can't compare, bro. Apple and oranges, bro. Come on, Trash.
Listen,
I'm not having that, bro.
100 mil to save the thingy. Next thing you know, you're in the Champions League, yeah? So what are you telling me, bro? You think if you want to party with the big boys, yeah? Like me and Moses talking about, yeah? Bare bottles, no pum-pum and that. If you want some pum-pum, blood, you think you're going to get pum-pum with Eddie Howe, blood? You're not getting no pum-pum with Eddie Howe. I'll be real. You're not getting nothing with him. Nothing, yeah? You're not getting nothing, yeah? You might have to drop your brethren and a girl home, yeah? But you are going home alone, bro. Tell me that now. It's not happening.
No.
It's time. He's had
it's not time. I'll give him next season.
Eddie Howe for 2 years. That is fine. You can't. Eddie Howe can't complain with that. You've been given 2 years, bro. Yeah, 2 years. We want to move on from this. He's got you to a level where if you get him out now, a new manager could come in and boy. Like you said,
and who is that? And who is that coming right now?
Well, look what Unai Emery done with Villa. Yeah, look what he done with them. They was in the same position. Did less money as well, by the way.
Bro.
Listen,
okay.
So,
look,
bro, listen. I understand it. Yeah, you haven't experienced this where you've got to, and this is the manager that's got you there. But this is the problem with football fans and whatnot. Yeah, this is the problem with them. We are here to see glory. We are not here to build bonds with people, yeah, that don't even know we exist. We want to see good football. We want to see titles. At the end of the day, 2 years of Eddie Howe, and you and Luton are coming to your ground and putting 4 in the thing, bro. That's not someone that can't happen if you want to go to where you need to be going. Because I'm telling you now, that's not happening to Man City. That's not happening to Liverpool. That's not even happening to Arsenal. Yeah.
So you can't. But you see, you're not. But you see, now you're going back. You can't compare Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool to Newcastle, bro. Our journey is different, like that. Newcastle, bro.
The big boy table.
No, you can't do that.
No, you're saying that. No, you're saying when the big boy. No, you're saying that. You're saying that.
In England, you're the richest club in England. Talking about you can't compare. You
got
the bread now.
Yeah, but can we spend the bread? Hold on, once. Can we spend the bread though? Can we spend the bread?
What do you mean? Can you spend the bread?
I'm asking you. Yes or no?
Listen, you are not asking that. Saudis. Let me tell you, whatever FFP bullshit you got going on this season, they will fix that in the summer.
It's a real thing, bro.
Fix it in the summer. Bro. Whatever's going on,
hopefully
they'll fix it in the summer. Don't worry about it. Even if you have to, you might have to hold a couple charges, but at the end of the day, you don't fix it. Yeah.
Bro, that's it. That's not now, bro.
But are you what? You give Eddie Howe more bread? And like one said, when you was beating PSG, you was in the big league. What's going on now?
When these lot beat PSG, it was hammer and tongs, it was pitchforks and knives and torches and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? All
of course, you gotta embrace the moment.
Oh, hey, spectacles. Hey, you telling me? Another 4 goals conceded. You go from beating Villa away to drawing to Luton at home. It's just more and more doom and gloom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to rub it in like that. Pause.
We never lost. That's the main thing anyway. But go on.
Listen. Pardon me?
We didn't lose, man. That's the main thing. Last 3 games we ain't lost.
Yeah, that's
better than before. We're still going in the right direction. Hopefully. You know what I'm saying?
That's the one. We didn't lose.
Why you put Mertz in here? You don't know what you're doing as well, innit?
Well,
You don't set this up nicely, bro.
not really. Actually, Monster's a part of Never a Foul, so he has every right to be it.
How
There's
about this?
many man part.
I will be there. No, Specs. I will be there. I will be there. I'm like that rash that don't go away. It just gets worse.
I know what you're on.
It just gets worse. It just.
I know what
gets
you're on, bro. But I'm saying that, bro.
Yeah,
You get me?
you know
I don't want to cover this stuff.
You know when you got eczema. You know when you got
Hey,
eczema.
Jesus is out for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mad.
Wait. Don't do that.
One sec. Is he? Hey, can we get some confirmation on that?
Yeah, I'm gonna need some. Yeah. I need.
Oh, why is the picture like that?
Did you hear Thiago? Did you hear Thiago traveled as well?
One sec.
Thiago traveled with the squad.
Oh, who cares?
See, man are doing this when. All right, cool. Man are
No,
doing it.
the thing is, no. If Thiago was fit, if Thiago was like match fit,
He's fit.
90 minutes match fit, I'll be like, all right, you know what? That's a weapon.
That's not till the 10th. So he won't be. He's not scheduled to be match fit till the 10th.
Steven's saying he's definitely out. So can someone give me some confirmation? By the way, I'm gonna check on Twitter. But what's it called? But yeah, back to the game. Regardless, Newcastle. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, I'm looking at the table right now. You've got 23 games played. Chelsea got to play Wolves tomorrow. That's your saving grace. Bournemouth have got 2 games in hand. They've also got to play it. They've got to play Forest at home at their gaff. You know, and then obviously Brentford's got a game to play against Man City. Then they got to play whatever. The whole point is you could finish below 10th this part, you know, at the end of the season. Not that it makes any difference if you finish 8th or 12th. Let's be real. But the thing is, it's all about pride, right? In my opinion, and something called respect. The way I'm looking at it, the only way I would say maybe Eddie Howe does deserve the second season again is because of all them injuries that he has had, and maybe you need a bit better squad because the same thing with
Cass.
No, but you know
That's right.
It's you
That's
know
right.
what it is?
That's right.
I'm putting Specs in the same spectrum as fans like Ty, which I call deluded, right? And I call them.
Why am I deluded?
I think you're a delusion. But
Why?
no, but you're saving. The only way is like wait until he's got his full squad back, and then or full first 11, and then judge it from there. This is what Ty's doing for Ten Hag. That's what you might be doing for Eddie Howe. To say that it's not kind of the same, it is. Let's be real. The fact is, you went to Europe, you got knocked out early, and you still can't even recuperate in the league properly. And you went out time ago.
Look at my injuries they had, bro. I'm struggling.
Yeah, but that doesn't. You know what? I love that you're doing this because you guess what?
Better put 3 keepers on the bench and all sorts and kids.
No, I'm not hearing it.
I hear it.
You know why I'm not hearing it? I'm not hearing it. He's
Don't
done
compare
bits
your
with
team with
Bournemouth.
my
He's
team,
done
man.
bits
Wait,
with
one sec.
Bournemouth.
One sec.
Yeah.
Let me get this straight. Does that excuse for you drawing against Bournemouth? Does that excuse for you losing against Bournemouth? Does that excuse you from losing against Luton Forest at home? Does that excuse you from actually losing against Luton Town at their gaff and drawing today? Do you know what I mean? Like, does that excuse you from beating Chelsea back a month ago when they weren't even that great and you got on penalties to them? Does that excuse that? You know, what about the Tottenham game where they actually rolled you over? Oh, wait. Some of the games. Does that excuse you getting battered by Everton 3-0 as well? Like, come on, man. Like, the thing is, the whole point of what I'm trying to say is that, brother, you want to set some standards. Do you want to be Newcastle of old and set the standard? Oh, you know what, mid-table, who gives a shit? Or do you actually want to set some standards and actually want to progress as a club? Because last time I checked, there was a Villa fan on there called Josh that was giving it all the chest, you know, and he said, wait, you know, you beat him, but he said, wait, it's all right, we'll bounce back. And that's exactly what they did. They might smash Man United next game, who they've got as well. Like, that's the difference. The thing is with you, and they're actually in Europe, not the kind of Europe that you was in, but the thing is, where do you draw the line? Where's the standard? And when do you say enough is enough? That's the better question.
Well, like I said, not all Newcastle fans agree with me. Some are saying how out from a long time. Some are saying out today. Me, I'm not saying out here. I just think he's still got credit in the bank. You get what I'm saying? Let's try and it's still a learning curve for us, for the manager and the owners. Hear me out. Give me next season. We need a better squad depth. If we can somehow work around it, and we see how it goes. I'm not going to say Eddie Howe out now. What? I am not. You tell me what difference anyone could do right now.
Listen.
Right
at
now,
the end of the day, right?
That's what.
Listen, you had an owner, yeah, Mike Ashley, yeah. You man hated his guts for what he done to the club. Now you have to remember, he left that club. He went in debt, yeah. He didn't run it into the ground, yeah. Obviously, certain things are certain things. You man wanted him out. You now got owners that obviously want to be competitive. They want to go somewhere. So at the end of the day, if you lot are still talking about learning curves and this, that, and the other, why do these owners want to do a learning curve? They don't need to do a learning curve. Yeah, they need to know that the reality of it is he steadied the ship. Eddie Howe steadied the ship, but right now, yeah, That's it. That's your lot, mate. That's your lot. You
Well,
should have
the
kept that.
owner
That's
said
your
that.
Steve Bruce, mate.
Well,
Because the
they said they
truth
had a
is, you can't be spending like you lot never spent 100 mil in a January before. So realistically, what do you think these men are doing? Spending bread to learn? They're not spending bread to learn.
Well, at the time they paid to save us. At the time,
You know what
let's
I
keep
mean?
it real. Let's keep it 100 to save us, and also it was a 5-year plan anyway. So right now we're ahead of schedule.
Listen.
That's what they said. I'm going by
You
their word, bro.
cannot. Listen,
You're
you
just going by your
cannot.
narrative.
But you're
Come on.
sitting here blaming Dan fucking Burn, bro. Listen, my man, yeah, you see Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe's been at Bournemouth, yeah, with a shitter squad, yeah, shitter players, and he's managed to get shit sorted. He's an experienced manager in these kind of situations. When the ship's
But let him get it sorted then. But let him get it sorted then.
water, yeah,
Yeah.
he's a guy that will steady the ship. So at the end
But
of
let
the
him
day,
get it
bro, you
sorted
had
then.
that look now. But Jose Mourinho
The
is
guy's privilege.
available.
Let him sort it out, bro.
Listen, so hold on a second. Hold on a second. If they sacked him and they got Jose Mourinho in,
I'll be
tomorrow,
pissed. I'll be pissed.
what you're gonna be pissed?
Yeah,
I can't speak. I can't.
I'll be pissed.
Why?
Bro, you told me what's Marino going to do right now?
Let me tell you what Mourinho will tell you.
Please tell me.
Mourinho can look
Right
at
now.
you. You know what Mourinho can do? Mourinho
Yeah.
can look at your owners with chest, yeah, and turn around
Yeah.
and say, listen, I can guarantee you finals. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you European cup, not European cups, but European competitions. I can guarantee you. Mourinho's not going to end up. He's not going to end up.
So what?
fucking-
So you're dead certain that Eddie Howe, no matter what, we can't get into any sort of European competition by the end of the season? You don't think
Bro,
so?
listen, Eddie Howe is not a safe
I'm
bet,
asking.
bro. He's
At
not a
this
safe
point,
bet.
I'm asking the question, bro.
wait. At this point, right now he can, but does it look likely with everything? Maybe.
Why not?
Maybe.
You can't judge that yet, man.
Yeah, I'll say for
Can't
that.
judge that yet.
'Cause you're talking about like.
I hear what Traps is saying. I'm not like completely oblivious to what he's saying. But I'm not agreeing with all of it. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Just to move it on as well, guys, make sure you smash the like button. There's 400 of you in the house, and we're only on not even 150 likes. So I don't ask loads, and I think we need to start asking a little bit more frequently, just for reminders. You know, smash the like button. You know, so please do so. It's very, very important. I try not to ask because I know beforehand, months ago, you guys used to say how annoying it is, and if you like the content, it'll get liked naturally. But it's just a little reminder. I appreciate all of you as well. But we got to talk about Spurs. I don't know where to start with this one. I don't even know if I want to start with this one, right? But all I'm going to say is if you're a Spurs fan right now, you should be absolutely appalled with that display of football, and especially in the way you handled it in the second half, right? You can legit say today, Postecoglou got it wrong. Yeah. Deji is not here, right? To be fair, he has got a valid excuse. But Jaws will be on tomorrow at 12. And it's a full panel of full rivals. And answers need absolutely to be firing everywhere because I'm pretty sure everyone's got, questions. But look, man, Spurs bottled it. This in Spurs fashion, they keep conceding set pieces, especially in last minutes. In the last final minutes, I think they had 6 minutes added on. Branthwaite come out with the goods. And Vicario was scrambling for his life. I thought Vicario actually had a good game, to be fair. And I thought with Richarlison, you know what? His hard work was undone. He scored 2 absolute worldies against his former club, and I'll credit him that. But you start looking at other players, and you're like, it's the same players that you can start blaming. Your Brennan Johnsons. I thought Werner was okay, but he did not show up. And you can start looking at that midfield. Højbjerg going back into Højbjerg fashion. And stuff like that. Dragushin, I hear it because you're trying to solidify the game. It's called game management. I hear it. But in my opinion, Everton were the better team because they played their football and they had the better chances as well. And that's not even me. I've been a backer of Spurs. I'm going to be real, but Ange has to be blamed today. I don't know what you boys think, Monts.
I don't know. I feel like Spurs probably should have killed the game off at the start of the second half when they had a few flurry of chances, but they allowed Everton back into the game. And when Spurs are so susceptible to set pieces, how vulnerable. In fact, Ange should know that his team has a vulnerability at set pieces. And they conceded a similar goal to the one in the cup. Same goal. Literally the same goal. And either someone has to So a tactic has to change where he has to get someone off the keeper to give Vicario the leap he needs to get to punch that ball out. But you think teams aren't going to look at Tottenham and go, all right, on the keeper. All right, put the set piece, put that corner on the keeper. Of course, it's what's going to happen. And again, what happens in the last minute? Another set piece goal. 2 set pieces. What Everton probably the best. What's the best way for Everton to score goals? Set pieces, especially at their ground. It's just naive. I think it was just naive. He's done a great job this season. And again, I'm someone who's very like impressed with Richarlison. I tried to give Richarlison prop. I told you, man, these men don't need Solanke. These men do not need a Solanke. Richarlison is the most informed striker in the league right now with 9 goals in his last 8 games.
Nice
fact. In terms of form, in better form than Nunes, Jota, Watkins, all of these guys, bro. He's in better form than all of them. They don't need a striker. But the set pieces, man, it's just naive. And
I'm happy as a Man United fan. It gives me you know what it is? It makes me think a little bit. Oh, what if we beat West Ham? What if? But I know the reality tomorrow. Same shit. It's gonna be the same shit. You get gassed a little bit. It's the same shit. Yeah, but you know, Spurs are not bidding well if they want that European football traps, man. Honestly, I don't know if you watched the game or not, but bro, Everton, I think after minute 15 were on their asses. Literally, they were onto them like no tomorrow. Like they just kept whipping in. And the thing is, Everton, when it comes to the final third, their final ball is absolutely horrible. Like it is dog shit. But it worked.
I mean, I think with Postecoglou, yeah, there comes a time, yeah, when you come into a league, you implement your shit, yeah, and it's going well. But obviously, everyone's looking for holes in your systems and whatever. And I think he's going to have to change something because he's been found out, innit? That's the truth. He's been found out. So, you know what I mean? There's obviously, yeah, you could say, oh, a few of these players are out or whatever. But to be honest with you, like, listen, these men right now are keeping, certain manager, keeping his dreams alive, and it shouldn't be like this because at the end of the day, Spurs have done well, but bruv, look, right now, like I told you, it's the biz end of the season, and all these teams that were getting all the praise are bottling it off right now. So you get me, like, I don't know in it, but I didn't watch the game, to be honest with you. But to be honest with you, the Spurs fans, obviously, you man I don't know what you lot was doing, but realistically, now you need to look at, this is the bit where you need to look at your manager now and see what is he going to do now, because now, it's all been smooth sailing, all this naivety, like we'll play your high line and we'll do this. Yeah, it's fine. You can stick to your principles and that, but sometimes, the principles ain't working. You got to think. You got to think outside the box a little bit.
If you look at then, I know it's a bit in hindsight, it's a bit mad. They got Brighton next. They got Wolves after that, which they should win at home, by the way. Then they got Chelsea away. Then they got Palace, which they'll beat. Then they got Aston Villa away, Fulham away, Luton Town, West Ham away. Nottingham Forest, which they'll beat. And then they got Newcastle away. Then they got Man City at their gaff. Then they got Arsenal. Then they got Liverpool away. It's crazy. Like the thing is, they need to start picking up points where they're expected to pick up points. And obviously, when you can afford to drop some, that's when it might happen. They're going to be back. Tottenham fans are going to support Man United next week because they want us to beat Aston Villa. It is what it is, though, man.
But it's not the end of the world. Like what do you expect from like what's the ceiling for them this season? Like they've got a new manager, they can do what they're doing. When the season's done, they can obviously move up a Champions League.
It's the fact that we can't. It's the same thing we did for Arsenal, innit? Yeah, when we put them on a pedestal and you change your objectives throughout the season, their objectives have now changed, innit? They're a lot further than everyone expected and probably further than what they expected. Just to give them a blind because there's a new manager in, mate, it don't matter. You have to take it like by its throat and make sure you can go and grab what you need to grab to succeed further next season. That's just my opinion, But the thing is, look, they got Basuma coming back. Endo's also going back to Liverpool as Japan got knocked out. Basuma would be massive for them. They still don't have no Son, which is their biggest miss, in my opinion. Maddison will be more fit. I know it's not the end. I don't want to dramatize the whole situation with a draw at Everton, but it's literally just my point is that this is where you literally have to start gaining your points if you want them European places because you can't drop points. That's how it is, especially when you got tough fixtures or unfavorable fixtures coming up. But yeah, man, look, that's all I can do because I need to dip. I need to go out. But big up Traps, big up Specs for jumping on, his pain yet continues once again.
And you love it. And you love
I
it.
need to go. I need to go and watch this watch along, blood. That's what I need
Oh
to do.
gosh, Traps love my love. You love the watch.
But yeah, man,
That's what I need to do.
Northside is live right now, so go raid him. I'm not too sure how long he's been live for, but yeah, go show him some love. And we'll be back tomorrow at 12, and it's going to be a juicy one, I promise you. Someone's going to have to answer something. You know what I'm saying?
Big one, big one.
Whoa, pause.